Hello everybody, my name is Rex Delore, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different than what I normally do. I'm going to be making a tier list of all of the characters in Date Everything. This is a game that I've been looking at for a while, and I think it looks pretty cool. I've watched a couple of YouTubers that I follow, well, just one YouTuber really, do some live streams of gameplay of it, and I think it looks like a really fun game. So I thought it would be fun for me to go down the line and rank all these characters. Watching her live streams, I do have some knowledge of some of these characters, but a lot of these people, I don't know them at all. So I have a list here on the Date Everything wiki. I will include that in the description. That way you guys can follow along. It's all in alphabetical order, just like the settings on the tier list here. So anyway, let's get started. Our very first character here is Abel, the Table. He's got a pretty cool design. I think he looks like a fun character. He seems pretty nice. But honestly, he's not giving me much else other than he seems like a cool guy. I think that I will rate him... we'll go B for now. Our second character is Erin. She is the personification of air. She has a very ethereal, elegant design. She seems pretty. So I think we'll put her up in A. Up next we have Amir, who is, of course, the mirror. He has a very cool outfit. Just a very cool design in general. You know what? I think I'll put him up in A too. He seems very cool. Next on the list we have Arma, who is the personification of the smoke alarm. She has a very cool firefighter type design. Very cool outfit. I love that her hair is smoke. I think that's a very cool look. She seems to represent a fire alarm very well, so I think we'll put her up in S. She seems awesome. Up next is Art, who represents artwork. He is a big old sculpture guy who appears to be completely in the nude, other than a vine draped across his body. And you know what? That's awesome. That takes confidence. He seems like a cool guy. We will put him in A. Now we're finally at a character that I have a little bit of familiarity with, because Amanda had talked with him on one of her streams. This is Barry Styles, who is the personification of beauty supplies. I love his design. He's got this hairstyle that looks like a thing of lipstick. His jacket has like eyeshadow on it. He's got like eyeshadow swatches all over his arms. I think he's got a really cool design. So we're gonna put him in A. Up next is Bathsheba, who is the representation of the bathtub. And she has got a very lovely design. I love her bathrobe. It's very elegant. The slippers look comfy. She seems very cool. We're gonna put her up in S. Up next on the list is Beau, who is apparently a cardboard box that you can date. She's got a very, like, Western feeling design. The description here says that she's an adventurer. That explains why she looks very Indiana Jones-esque. I love that her outfit has, like, packaging tape all over it, and instead of a rope or, like, a whip, she's holding a surge protector with an extension cord. I think that's really cool. Her satchel is a folded up box with a duct tape strap. That's sick. This girl is awesome. She is an S tier, definitely. We love her. I've never met her, but I love her. Up next on the list is, oh boy, this is not safe for work. Very sorry for anybody watching. This character's name is Benoit, and they are the personification of sex toys. Oh boy. I didn't think we'd be talking about that here in this video, but what the hell, sure. Very cool design that they have. I love that their hair is tentacles. That's obviously a very naughty joke. Their design incorporates a lot of naughty elements, and you know what? I support it, but that's not really my type of thing. So we're gonna put them in C. Very sorry to them. And now another one that I have a little bit of familiarity with thanks to Amanda's streams is Betty. She represents the bed. She's got this really cool design with a big old puffer coat. She's got like a corset that looks like part of a bed frame. Honestly, very nice design. And I love that the pants are also like kind of quilted. She just looks very comfy, and I like that. She looks very comfy. And I like her personality too from what I've seen. So we're gonna put her in A. Next on the list we have Beverly, who represents the minibar. Okay. We love that. Party girl. Oh, her outfit is amazing. It literally looks like a glass of alcohol. Like some kind of alcoholic beverage. She has like a little umbrella topper in her hair. She's got the tumbler that she's shaking. Oh, she's awesome. She's awesome. She is definitely an S tier. I stan this diva already. Up next, we have Bobby, who represents a bobby pin. They have a very cool outfit. Kind of like how you would see a punk with safety pins all over their clothes. They have bobby pins on their clothes, which looks awesome. I love that even their earring that they have is a big old bobby pin. And half of their head is shaved and also has like a bunch of bobby pins in the hair. Very cool design. They look very edgy, and it says that they even have like a bounty for their arrest going on. So they're dangerous. That's fun. We love that. I think we're gonna put them in B. After Bobby, we have Bodhi, who is an 80s time capsule. And oh my god, he is fantastic. He's got this big old, like, big 80s hair that looks like VCR tape. Awesome. His jacket has floppy disks on it, as well as like VHS tapes on it. Also, those little like light up pin things, I don't remember what those are called, but he's got them on there. He's got a bracelet made up of Rubik's Cube pieces. He's got like the classic, really short 80s shorts that the guys would wear. Honestly, he looks awesome. He is going up an S. He's everything. After Bodhi comes Caprizio, the cabinet. He has a design that reminds me a lot of like a Disney prince. You know, he looks very like suave and gentlemanly, very classically handsome. We like that. He seems cool. He's also Italian. Points for that. So we're gonna put him in A. He seems cool. After Caprizio, we have Cam, the trash can. Oh boy. Okay, this design is really cool. I love that his shoes have the, they have the like little lids that come up on a trash can, protecting the knees. Or like just under his knees. His outfit like literally looks like trash bags that are put together. You can even see the drawstrings up. He's got really messy hair with a rotting banana peel on top of his hat. His hat looks like a takeout box. Honestly, very cool design. I love how the elements of trash are used. It's giving Alaska, the drag queen, if any of you are familiar with her. It also says here he's voiced by Adam MacArthur, who is the voice of Marco Diaz in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I think we can give him some points up for that, because I love Star vs. the Forces of Evil. That's a great show. We're gonna put him in B. Because, like, while his design's cool, I just don't know if he's the one, you know? Next we have Captain Jacques Perrault, who is a ship in a bottle. Name obviously comes from Jack Sparrow of Pirates of the Caribbean fame. I love that his design has like a thumbtack as a knife on his belt. He's got a like screw as one of his peg legs. A bottle cap as a part of his hat. He looks pretty cool. And you know what? He looks a lot like Jack Sparrow too. Honestly, he's pretty cool. The description here reads, "Here be dragons. Jacques has the fearsome attitude of a veteran captain with the biting wit to back it up. Stick around this one if you like locking horns, loud voices, and short keys." I believe that I myself would be considered a short king. I am like 5'8", so we like the relatability there. He seems like a pretty cool guy. I think he's another one that's gonna go up in B. Up next on the list, we have Celia, who represents the ceiling. Oh, she's a bit more mature. She's got this very classy dress on. Looks very elegant. We love how her hair is styled too. Also, she's got earrings that kind of look like a chandelier. She looks very elegant. Honestly, quite the beautiful design. We're gonna put her in A. Next up is Cherami, who is the chair. Right away, I'm seeing a lot of things I like. I love that she has like lawn chairs up on her biceps as like a bracer. That looks really cool. Her skirt has like the chair legs and everything. You even see on her legs, she has the yard chairs too. And then of course, she has the chair like backing up on her shoulders. Very cool design. She seems sweet. It mentions here that she is a dedicated LARPer, so she's a nerd. Extra points for that. But it does say that she's a theater kid through and through. Now, I can't judge because I never was a theater kid, but then I also like aspire to be a voice actor. So like innately there is theater kid in me. So I don't know if I can take points for that or add points for it. I think we're just gonna put her in A because she seems very lovely. Okay, after that is Chance. Chance is a character that I've also seen in Amanda's stream. He is a D20, a 20-sided die. He's voiced by Matt Mercer of Critical Role fame. That is very cool. I love how his design has a bunch of like D&D related things mixed in. He's got like the sword and the dragons and the shields and everything on his pants. He has a D20 in his hand. The hood on his outfit also has like elements of the D20 in there. He's got a very cool design, and from what I've seen of his personality, he seems pretty fun too. He seems like a cool guy that I'd hang out with. We're gonna put him in A. After Chance, we have... Oh, I guess we have a couple things out of order on here, because this character... Yeah, they skipped over this character according to the list. Okay, this is Kurt, who is one of the curtains. His full name is Kurt Chiffon. We love that. He's got a pretty cool design. I love that he has like the curtains draping off his arms, looking like a big dramatic sleeve. Also, his vest appears to be made of another style of curtain, and it's even like hooked up with safety pins, which looks really cool. He has another curtain like draped around his waist, kind of like a skirt. He has a pretty nice design. I think we'll put him in B for now. After Kurt, we have Demon. for Damon. It says here that he is the personification of glitches. Pretty cool. Not much to go off other than the missing no vibes though, so I really don't know how to rate him. I think we'll just put him in C. Sorry to this man. After that is Daisuke, who represents fine tableware. He's got this very elegant kimono with plates, pots and pans, and silverware on it. Very cool. The distant and serious guardian of the plates, bowls, and utensils. It is sometimes difficult to read what he's thinking on the inside, but he seems to be fully aligned on the side of good, clean boots. Like a good, capable courtesan, Daisuke is trained in many talents other than mere dishware. Perhaps with some gentle support, you can crack this part. Likes taking things seriously and dislikes constructive feedback. Okay, immediately points against that for not liking constructive feedback. If you can't accept constructive feedback, then you need to rethink things because that is literally there to help you. He seems like a nice guy though, and I do like his sense of fashion. But because of that little detail, I can't have him any higher than C. Sorry to this man. Up next, another one that I have some familiarity with is Dante, the fireplace. Voiced by Prince Zuko and Jake Long himself, Dante Bosco. Immediately points through that. He's got a very cool design. I love the charcoal imagery on his pants. I love that his pompadour looks like a burning log. He's cool. He's very cool. He is going into B tier. Up next on the list is Dasha, the desk, or is it Dasha? I think it's Dasha. Okay, her design's pretty cool. She's got... I love that she has like little miniatures of everything on her shoulder. She has a monitor and a desk lamp, some papers. Pretty cool. She even has like a surge protector on one side of her shirt. Also a bunch of drawers. Honestly, very cool design. It mentions that she is confident, strong-minded, and friendly. Also stoic and sensible. Very supportive. She seems sweet. I like her design. She's really cool. We're gonna put her in S. And now, someone else that I know from watching Amanda play. This is Diana. She is the diary. Diana seems like she might be too much to handle. A little chaotic or even scary. But I have a feeling with a little sifting and a little patience, we might get one heck of a butterfly out of that tangled cocoon. Likes, Hargels, Wisdom, and Drusset. Dislikes, da-da-da-da. Okay, diva. One thing is certain, I love her outfit. And what little bit I've seen of her from gameplay, she seems to be like mostly recalling things that are written in the diary, which stresses me out because I don't want anyone reading a diary, and that's kind of what all she does. But then she also has such a beautiful outfit. She is awesome with her sense of fashion. I love the little heart picks on everything. I love that her shoulder has the sculptural moment with all these pieces of paper. The bow is also folded papers. This design is so cool. So we are going to put her in A. After Diana, we have Dirk. I've seen a little bit of him as well. He's voiced by the one and only Johnny Young Bosch, one of my favorite VAs out there. I love that his design has like a bunch of old, wrinkly clothes, just thrown all over the place on him with no rhyme or reason. It makes very interesting textures design-wise, and I love that he has these tattoos on his arm that look like washing instructions. That is a very funny detail. So I think I'll rate him A as well. The A tier is very quickly filling up. But aesthetically, I'm liking pretty much everything I see. Up next is Dishy, the dishwasher. I have not seen this person at all. I love how simple his design is. It says here he's voiced by Eric Bauza. Okay, is it Bauza or like Bauza or Baza? I'm not sure how to say his name, but I've heard him in like every cartoon that I've seen. This man is like doing voice work everywhere, and now he's gotten into video games too. Great. That's awesome. So his design is pretty cool. I love that it's less human than a lot of these other ones. Like, he's literally just a dishwasher with these big muscly legs. I think that's like super funny. I love that he even has the like Mickey Mouse style gloves. And for him to be voiced by who he's voiced by, who is someone that I know like for being in so much like silly Western animation, and for him to have these elements of design from a lot of like classic Western cartoon characters, I think that is awesome. Okay, and it says, yes, that's his real face. There's nothing more to be done about it at this time. He likes being helpful, being handy, and being here for you, and dislikes constraints. Okay, so he's a free spirit, that's fun. And his design is adorable, lovable. I would buy a plushie of this character. You know what? Fuck it, he's going an S. He is going an S. After Dishy comes Dolly. It says here that Dolly represents a dust bunny, and looking at her design, it is based off of like a classic Playboy bunny, like you would see in a lot of Japanese media, especially Dragon Quest. I honestly don't know if that's like a thing that like was really a big deal here in America, but like bunny girls have always been a thing that I see a lot of Japanese media. Like Dragon Quest, Dragon Ball. I guess it's really like just Toriyama who is into that, I don't know. But it's really cool to see that represented here with a dust bunny. That's a very fun way of having a anthropomorphic dust bunny. I love that she has a little pet too. She's a studied professor. She likes modeling. Okay, she's a teacher. She doesn't like being talked back to. She loves to research. Awesome outfit. This girl's an S. This girl is an S. And now, Dorian, yet another one I'm familiar with. I know that he actually has several different like forms that you can speak to. They only have the one here, which is his, I'm not sure like which one it's called, because I've only seen two of them. I've seen this one that's on the list here, and then there's also Trap Dorian, which I think is a hilarious joke. Trap like Thirst Trap, and he's shirtless in that one. I think that's so funny for the trapdoor to be a thirst trap. That's fucking iconic. This game is hilarious, and he is a fantastic design. And, sorry, I'm drooling. Okay, that's enough about him. Up next is Doug. Doug is voiced by the one and only ProZD. Awesome. I love that he is a, like, very simplistic design, like, just a stoic white face, and then he has this, like, huge, muscly body. That's very funny contrast. It says that he represents the player character's existential dread. I think it's very funny that he is just this big, buff man. That is hysterical to me. But is comedy all you're serving? Because if that's the case, then I can only put you as high as B. I'm sorry, dear. Now, up next we have... This is Drysdale, the dryer. Okay, cool design. He has, like, the dials up on his shoulder. The lint trap is on one of his sleeves. Very cool. I love that his whole design has, like, a bunch of socks all over it. He's cool. He's cool enough. I think that we'll put him, honestly, just C. I'm curious to see if we're gonna have any D's or F's. Because honestly, this video is a lot more positive than what I was thinking it was going to be. There's so many characters. Next we have Dunk, who represents sports equipment. He seems very kind. Unfortunately, the wiki does not have a full body image of him. but I love how what I can see of him, his outfit has like a baseball mitt and a golf glove up on his head. He's got like the football shoulder pads with like a soccer ball and baseball. That's pretty cool. He's got the like black paint or whatever smudged under the eyes. That's cool. That's cool. We're just gonna put him in C though, because I literally can't see much of the design with what we have here. I know that's not fair, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Next up comes the fuse box Eddie. He has another like very cool design with all these like different wire elements on him. I unfortunately cannot see him full body either, which sucks. I do like that he has the like classic Bosco eyebrow too, but there's not really much else that I'm getting. I'm sorry sir, but I think you're gonna be our first D tier. Like, I'm seeing cool elements, but not that many, if I'm being honest. Next we have Fantina, who is the fan. Right away you can see that her hair is constructed to look like fan blades, and she's got these cute little bows in there. That looks awesome. I love that she has like stickers on her arm and some on her outfit too. She's wearing bell bottoms. Reading her description, it says, "Have you ever wanted to meet your biggest fan? Now's your chance." The fact that the English word fan, meaning both fanatic and appliance for blowing air, are purely coincidental. Fantina loves you for reasons other than puns. Likes you, dislikes none. As cool as her design is, that's giving obsessed. And I don't appreciate obsession when I don't know you like that. You're just getting a C. I'm sorry, my dear. Up next is Faria, who represents the first aid kit. I'm seeing a lot of cool things right away with her design. She's got an EpiPen as a pen. The backing of her writing tablet. Yeah, the backing of her writing tablet looks like a bandage. Very cool. She also has like her hijab looks like a bunch of like medical gauze. And she's got butterfly clips holding it together. I love that she has the pouches on her coat that have like ointments and stuff on there. She's got a very lovely design. She seems like a nice girl. Though this is a tad worrisome. It says that among her likes, she has diagnosing, strange humors, and blood and guts. That's worrisome. But then she also seems like very sweet other than that. You know what? I think this diva can go up in A. Yeah, we're gonna put her in A. Up next is the floor, Florence. Okay, we've got a plus-sized gal. We love the representation. Right away, I see that she's wearing an Afghan that looks like a rug. The, like, top of her outfit looks like it looks like brick, which is pretty cool. And then the skirt on her outfit looks like wood paneling. Her shoes also look like tiles. And she's got like tile bracers too. Okay. We like the design. Don't call her an underling. Florence is an overachiever. With her trademark smile and bubbly personality, she helps to grease the wheels of the public's perception of the political sphere. By running through the entire house, she has a lock on every detail there is to know from the hoi polloi. Just be careful when it comes to ask her about things swept under her rug. Oh, so she's got secrets. You know what? She's an S. She is a fucking queen. I love her. She's an S tier, definitely. Up next, we have Freddy the Fridge. He is a Yeti, which is very cool. Looking at his design, he has this like aura coming off of him that looks like sublimating dry ice to show like just how cool he is. I love that he has this nice warm looking coat. You see the handles of the like fridge door on the coat also. He just has a very nice design. He's voiced by someone who is in like every piece of animation I've ever seen, just about, Mr. Fred Tatashore. His description reads, "You might think of this monstrous giant as a big ice meanie, but he's anything but. Freddy welcomes all comers to sample his wares, whether leftovers, fresh veggies, or even just to stare blankly at his insides several times a day. He thinks you're the coolest of cool kids. He likes food preservation and food preservation, and he dislikes anything uncool. You know what? He seems like a very kind person. He seems like someone who would be very cool to hang out with, pardon the pun. You know what? He's going in S." Okay, we just did Freddy. Up next is Friar Errol, who is the personification of an air fryer. Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. One, this design is sick. I love that he has all the buttons of an air fryer. The book that he's holding has even more of them, with all the little symbols like you actually see on a classic air fryer. He's got the like hair that looks like a coil. The design is like spot on. Let's read his personality though. Friar Errol is a deeply serious, highly repressed air fryer who believes it is his solemn duty to lead the world down the path of the heavenly kitchen. He's never had deep fat fried food, viewing it as beneath him, and he fully intends to preach the gospel of convection to all who hear it. Have you heard the good word? Will you join him on his path? He likes the road of the heavenly kitchen, culinary purity and efficiency, our Lord of Convection, and he dislikes oil. I'm sorry, as much as I love his design, he seems kind of uppity just from that. He seems like the personification of clearly you don't own an air fryer, which, while I love that meme, I don't love the sentiments behind it. I'm sorry to this man, but he is our very first F tier. F for Friar. F for Friar. Up next we have Gaia, who represents the globe. Of course she does. One, you see the elements of the globe represented very well in her design with her very nice top. You see the thing that the globe spins around on as her headpiece, and it's also like echoed around her waist. She also has like a bunch of like what appears to be like travel pins up on her sleeves. Very nice design. Let's read her description. Gaia has been obsessed with travel and seeing the world all her existence, but no matter how hard she tries, she feels like her world is just spinning in circles, never actually going anywhere. Consumed with a wanderlust that can never be fulfilled, Gaia is obsessed with stories. She loves to listen to the tales of others and live vicariously through them, collecting them in a mental scrapbook. Can you help her see the world that she represents so well? And she likes yearning, imagining, and spinning. And she dislikes speaking plain. She seems very eager, and we like that. I think she's just a bee though, sorry. Next we have the Hanks. Well, I haven't seen like any actual gameplay of them. I have seen them from a creator I follow on TikTok. I love that they are like a big old sports team of 5 different guys. They all look very nice, very classically handsome, very fun. I love that every race is represented with them, and I like that they're all just like a big old hive mind. Also, they like thermals, waves, the majestic dance between gravity, death, and freedom, and they dislike reading, so they're all himbos. Perfection. 5 idiots just doing their best to exist. I love that. S tier. No notes. Next on the list we have Harper. Harper is voiced by another favorite voice actor of mine, Miss Laura Bailey of Fruits Basket fame. I absolutely love her design. I love that she looks like the classic wicker hamper. She has like a bunch of clothes like stuffed in her too, like on her backpack. Just a very nice design. But I have seen some of her gameplay, and this goes for Dirk too. They're both toxic from what I've seen, but her outbursts seem like a lot more wild. So I'm definitely gonna have to rate her lower than him. So we are just gonna have to put her in B. Up next is Hector. Looking at the wiki, just looking at the image here, all I'm seeing are eyes and hands sticking out of the vent. He represents AC vents. It says here he doesn't want to share anything about himself. He seems to be a difficult one to get to come out of his shell. He likes the complex taste of exquisite yearning and dislikes himself. I'm sorry, bro, you need self-confidence. You're going in D tier. Sorry to this man. Up next is Henry Hoover, the vacuum cleaner. Very nice design. I love that he has the different attachments on his belt. I like that he has a big, nice, friendly smile. And he works very hard. That's great. He likes brews, sports, and holding on to stuff. Great. I'm glad he has interests. And he dislikes letting go. Of course he does. He's a vacuum. Everything about him makes sense. He's an A tier. Up next, I haven't seen this character before, but immediately I understand the reference. This is Hirohime. She's the personification of posters, and she's voiced by none other than Sailor Moon herself, Stephanie Chef. Obviously, her design echoes a lot of Sailor Moon. She has the same hairstyle, but in a, like, magenta-y, like, dark pink. Her headband has like a heart in the middle of it, just like where Sailor Moon's tiara has the moon or the gem, depending on which form she's in. She's got like this very nice pink and green color pattern. I love pink and green. They look great together. Shoutouts to Wicked. Obviously, I'm obsessed. I have to say nothing less than you're getting an S. Up next comes Holly, who represents holiday decor. I see several holidays represented with her. She's got the like classic Valentine's Day hearts on her skirt. I see a spooky ooky skeleton on her shoulder. She's got a bunch of like Christmas lights. Also, St. Patty's Day clovers, Easter rabbit ears, several more holidays represented. This is a very fun design, even if it's a bit of a fashion nightmare. Immensely positive in the most dreary of situations, Holly is a ray of sunshine in sunless spaces. She's messy, disorganized, and easily excitable about any which what flavor of the month is the current talking point. The kind of person who starts preparing for Blissmas the day after Halloween. She's also wildly distractible, and while she adores her found family, she's terrible at scheduling time to be with them. Notorious for always working holidays, she's stuck in a cycle of both adoring festivities but never allowing herself to enjoy them. Oh, that's so sad. She likes jingling, ringling, ring-ting-tingling, and dislikes Jerry. Okay, Jerry is someone that I haven't met yet. He's coming up on the tier list, though. So anyway, with Holly, honestly, she seems great. She's going in A. After Holly comes Ronaldini, who represents the iron and ironing board. I love that he has a name that harkens to one of the most famous magicians of all time. He also has like so many like elements of like ironing boards and like irons themselves represented in the design. I love that he's a magician, like just for the wordplay on Houdini alone. They don't have his description listed on the wiki, but frankly, I don't need it. This guy looks awesome. He's going in A. Up next is Jean-Loup Pissoir. Very fun name. Obviously a play on Jean-Luc Picard, and also various names for toilets. He represents the toilet. Jean, as in John, as in, hey, I gotta go to the John. Lou, of course, if you're a British person. Sorry to any Brits watching. It's a joke. I mean nothing but love by it. A lot of my family comes from the UK. All love. But obviously they call the toilet the loo. That's what that means. And then pissoir is a, like, French slang term for a urinal. So, obviously the name is great. I love that his hair looks like a, it looks like a toilet brush. He's got a plunger on his head. He's got a, like, toilet paper roll, bracelet. I don't know what the hell they call that thing that, like, stops the water in the, like, back of the toilet, but he's got that as his microphone. You actually see, like, the toilet seat covers on his shoe also. Let's read his description. A French crapper, cool rapper, with confidence out the wazoo. Always on and somewhat hard to approach, especially on an intimate and personal level. Jean will happily spit bars at whoever will listen, but he will only respect those who can keep up with his verbal wit. Most of the other dateables have never heard him speak a full sentence without rhyming. Probably smells a little bit. Okay, that last part might be a problem. Because he's a toilet, that has me worried. But he seems fun. I think we just gotta put him in C, though. Next we have Jerry, who our great gal pal from earlier does not like. Yeah, our gal pal Holly does not like him. He is a junk drawer. Immediately, I'm loving everything about the design. He's got this, like, really messy hair. He's got a bunch of, like, junk all over his outfit. I like that he has a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow visible. Like, the outfit seems like a very, like, ordered chaos. The messy hair is everything. He gives me Rick Moranis in Little Shop of Horror vibes. I'm not sure if anyone else gets that, but I get that vibe from him, and immediately that makes me want to put him in S, but I need to know his personality, too. Jerry is a slightly neurotic curator who has trouble letting go of any item. He worries that he might need something further down the line. Okay, he's relatable, no matter how useless it is. The idea that he could be throwing away something with the slightest chance of even being tangential to being useful is mortifying to him, so he keeps everything. A drawer of habits. Likes baubles, curios, trinkets, gewgaws, whatnots, gadgets, and bagatelles, and dislikes finding solutions. Okay, he's a relatable king, along with all the other positive things that I've said. Yeah, this man's going in S. Chef's kiss. After him comes Johnny Splash, who represents the shower. Oh, voiced by Tuxedo Mask, Robbie Damon. Immediately, I love that he has like the shower curtain as a cloak. Plus he has like the non-slip mats on his pants as well. The sleeves on his shirt look like floor tiling, but he's wearing Crocs. Or at least what appears to be Crocs. That can't be forgiven. There's nobody like Johnny Splash, and Johnny Splash ain't like nobody else. If it seems that his personality, speech, patterns, dress, and overall vibe are reminiscent of someone living or dead, you're simply barking up the wrong pipe. Okay, obviously, Johnny Cash is who he's referencing. Feel free to roast me in the comments, but I'm not that familiar with Johnny Cash. But yeah, he seems okay. He seems okay. He likes fame, fortune, everything that goes with it, and dislikes snark. You dislike snark, I'm sorry, that's an F tier. Sorry to this man. After that, we have Keith, who represents keys. The wiki doesn't have much on him, so all I have is this image here, but blown up. He seems like a fine gentleman. I like that his design has like the locks on it. Also, his shirt is like secured with like keys. That's kind of cool. I love the color pattern of black and like this bronzy color, and it looks great with his silver hair and his like more tanned complexion. So his design's pretty cool. I guess we'll just put him in B though, because there's really not much else I can judge off of, considering the wiki doesn't really have anything else. So now is Keys, the piano. I've seen a bit of her thanks to Amanda's streams. And honestly, this design is just gorgeous. I myself am an amateur musician. I play violin and viola. I've never learned how to play piano, but I've always loved a piano. And I love how much her design represents the piano. She's got the keys as like a belt around her waist. You see like the inside of the piano like represented on the bodice of her dress and also represented on her bracelets. She has treble clef earrings. She is... God, she is everything. I am obsessed with this design. And personality-wise, from what I've seen, she seems to be awesome too. She loves classical music, so do I, so do I. You're an S tier. You're an S tier. Nothing else to say. After her, we have Koa, who represents the couch. Right away, I'm seeing quite a bit that's great. I love that his design has like a very like relaxed and cozy feel. That's what I expect with a couch. He's a plus-sized guy, cool to see, as one myself. I love feeling represented that way. I also like that they're not afraid to have him show a little skin. That's great. Body positivity, we love that. The outfit is very cool. And it says here, a big guy with a relaxed, chill, and lovable vibe. Hailing from Kona, Hawaii, or Kailua Kona on the Big Island, Koa likes to relax and eat good food with friends. Anytime someone is down or feeling out of it, Koa hears them out. He's a great listener and thrives on helping friends. For being such a helpful and giving guy, he doesn't seem to ask much in return. He would never want to burden anyone else with his woes, because for him, that would ruin all the fun. He likes peace, quiet, owning and operating a fusion restaurant, and dislikes being a downer. Nothing but positivity from this guy. He seems lovable, and I love his design. He is absolutely an S tier. Absolutely. Next we have Kopi? She is the coffee maker. Very cute design. I love that she has like the measuring spoons and everything. You see the coffee mugs on her biceps as well. Her bracelet has like the beans in them. So very cool design. I love that the collar on her top also has a coffee filter on it, and she has like the latte art hearts on her top. So that is a very lovely design. A spicy personality with a silky exterior to boot. Kopi is that one companion who's ready to hype you up in the morning for the rest of the day. Exotic and suave, she's the one you can turn to for warming your heart. She's dependable and resourceful. The one thing Kopi is really good at is keeping from spilling the beans. But with her excellent secret keeping comes the tendency to jump to conclusions. So she can be a little volatile. She likes waking up early, nice smelling conditioner, and beans. She dislikes bureaucracy, management, and unpaid overtime. Oh girl, don't we all? Don't we all? So yeah, I think she's going in A. She can go in A. She seems adorable. After that comes Kristoff the treadmill. Oh boy. Oh, voiced by Troy Baker. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Oh, that's a wheel. Okay. Oh dear, I thought that was a very large bulge, and I was like, oh my god. Is that okay? Damn. Okay. I'm seeing lots of cool elements in his design. He looks like what I would imagine a, like, treadmill Gajinka would look like. And he's a Viking. We love that. We respect that. As long as he's not a problematic one. Did you know that Vikings were famous raiders, traders, and culture makers? Because Kristoff does, and he can't wait to tell you about it. Very into violence, that one. Go hang out with him if you're looking for the kind of good time that'll leave you sore in the morning. He likes battles, weapons, and braids, and dislikes cowardice, insolence, and foolishness. Okay. Okay. He seems cool, and I have gotten, like, more into the treadmill lately. I've been using my treadmill, like, just about every day. I love, like, running on the treadmill while I'm watching Jeopardy. And then his design seems pretty cool. But I don't think I can put him any higher than B, I'm sorry to say. Up next is Lucinda. Lucinda is a DLC character. She is the personification of the game's deluxe edition, and she's voiced by the second and longest lasting voice of Ash Ketchum, Sarah Natochenny. I hope I said her name correctly. Apologies if I didn't. She is, like, she doesn't have anything on the wiki other than her picture that they used here. So I can't go off much, but her design seems lovely. And I love that she has the fascinator in her hair that looks like a stack of coins. But I can't go off of much. But I love the audacity of them making DLC just so they can make a character that's like literally DLC. That's really funny to me. I think we're gonna put her in B tier. Up next is Luke Nukem. He is the microwave, voiced by Travis Willingham. Obviously, he's a parody of Duke Nukem. I like that he has the nice Sergeant Guile flat top on his head. I love that his, like, rather than like properly wearing a shirt, he just has like a like piece of like chest armor that is like literally the microwave's door. And I love that the like sleeves on him are made up of like packages of microwaved food. I also love all the wires draping off of his gun that he has. Honestly, very cool design. He's got a good design. He's very, very handsome. Are you prepared to keep the waist safe? Yes? Then stop this dating nonsense and get back to your post. Okay, okay. He likes fighting swarmers, achieving mission success for Colonel Furnace, and saving the Barons, and dislikes missions concerning chicken tenders. The comedy for that dislike alone, as well as this very, very good-looking design, I gotta put him in S. I gotta. Okay, who is this diva up next on this list? I'm trying to find her. Oh, she's one that was, like, way back, I think. Okay, yeah, this is Connie. These were supposed to be in alphabetical order, but this one wasn't for whatever reason. Yeah, this is Connie. She is a game controller. Okay, she's got thigh-high boots. That's fun. I love that the, like, controller is, like, split in half, and that's her headpiece. She's got, like, a Billie Eilish kind of hairdo going on. I'm not getting much personality, though, from her description. Connie is the heroine of the latest in the somewhat popular Moonsurgents series, a first-person shooter with crafting elements. Guide her towards defeating Celine and her goons, and you'll have no problem gaining her affections. She likes reloading, looting, and corridors, and dislikes spoofs, upholders, and Celine. As much as I like her design, I don't like first-person shooters. That's a D tier. Sorry, Diva. Next we have, this is Lux coming up. Let me scroll back here. Yeah, this is Lux, and they are the personification of light. Immediately I see the ring light that looks like a classic, like, Byzantine-era halo. They're also, like, conjuring a ring light with their other hand. Their top looks like a lampshade. They've got, the, like, LED light strips going across their midriff. They have the, like, lamps on their thighs, too. Very cool design. They have a very cool design. Okay, let's see. It might be cruel to say that Lux is vapid without substance and rather uninteresting once you get below the surface, but it would be cruel to objective realities to suggest that this isn't true. Lux's claim to fame is that they have a whole lot of followers on Instagram, 2.5 million to be exact. Did Lux buy some of those followers in the form of bot accounts from unspecified countries? Sure they did. Does that infringe upon Lux's intense pride at their number of total followers? Of course not. Lux's brand is centered around the concept of the light within, encouraging their followers to find their inner light and shine it brightly for the world to see. However, Lux's obsession with their image and online persona has made them increasingly self-centered and insufferable. They like themselves, good lighting, and high engagement, and they dislike interesting conversation, long-form content, and legal action. Okay, so while the design is cool, the personality is very off-putting to me. You're just gonna go and see. Sorry, Mavady, but you gotta go and see. Up next is Lyric, who represents books. Honestly, I just want to put him an S for that. I love a good book. Lyric is more than just a bookworm. He's some sort of genie guy. This one sounds like a lot of fun. Writing a book with books themselves? How many stories can we tell together? He likes words, 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 and dislikes library finds. Oh, don't we all? He's got a very cool design. I like that he's not, like, fully humanoid, because he has, like, a genie tail going with this whole tail made out of book pages. He's got this big, long scroll going around his body. I love that he has, like, hair that looks like a big old book, and he's got like a quill on his shoulder too. Very cool design. I'm a bookworm myself, and his personality seems fun. He is honestly going an S. Up next is Mac, and they represent the computer and keyboard. They have like the RGB like light up thing incorporated in their design, and they wear mostly black. I love that they are actually in a wheelchair. That's really cool to see that represented. I love that they even have like the computer mouse on their shoulder. They seem like a pretty cool design. They say the computer is a reflection of the user, and in this case you've got a really nice reflection. Well, almost. Maybe you too are in dire need of an upgrade, some folder reorganization, and reduction in clutter to help streamline your memory. Whatever you choose, Mac will be eagerly ready to help you carry out your tasks. He likes bits, bytes, and scenic cities in New Jersey, sorry, and he dislikes romance novels. Okay. Oh, I said he, I meant they, I'm sorry. Yeah, they dislike romance novels. Okay, as a sucker for a good romance novel myself, despite having no interest in that, being aromantic and asexual, I don't really care for that, but I do enjoy reading them. And they don't have that as a shared interest. But then I really like their design. Their design is like super cool. I think we're just gonna have to put them in B. Yeah, we're just gonna put them in B. After that, we have Maggie, the magnifying glass. Very nice design on this one. However, I'm getting Illuminata vibes. If you don't know who she is, she was the so-called great detective in Rune Factory 4, and she was my least favorite character in that game. And she gives big Illuminata vibes, this Maggie does. I will say, I like her design more than Illuminata's, though. So, she's just gonna get a C. Yeah. Just a C. Up next is Mateo. Mateo is the blanket. And I just love how cozy his design is. I love that he takes care of animals, well, inanimals. And he just seems very lovely. He is, like, comfortably sitting in an S tier. Next we have Memoria, who represents 90s to 2000s nostalgia. Immediately, I see that she's holding one of those eye dogs or whatever they called them. Those, like, robot dog toys from the early 2000s. I remember seeing ads for them, and I think one of my friends had them too back in elementary school. It doesn't have anything on her personality on the wiki, but I love her design. She has a very nice design, so for that, we're putting her in A. Up next is Michael Transaction, who represents microtransactions. On one hand, I like his cartoony design because he's like a nice mixture of handsome and goofy. We love a man who can do both. But then he represents something that I vehemently despise in the world of gaming, and that is microtransactions. So I think because of that, we're gonna put him in the middle of the road C tier. Sorry to this man. Next we have Miranda Dolce Tostadora, who represents the toaster. She's a musical girl. She's got a guitar that looks like toast. Awesome. Her earrings also look like toast. We love that. The bodice on her dress, her very Gautier-looking dress, looks like the heat conductor things inside a toaster. She's got like the varying like darkness levels of toast as her sleeves on the dress. You see the plug-in as like an asymmetrical number on here. Honestly, the design is eating. The design is eating. We love that. She's the lead singer of her own band called The Migas. She's very loving and warm, unless you cross her, then she can leave you burned. It's recommended not to play with her emotions because she knows she deserves better and can dish a heated serving of sass right back. We love a girl that can stand up for herself. She likes slow burns and dislikes cooking. I love cooking. I went to culinary school. I've loved cooking ever since I was a kid. I can't like someone who doesn't like cooking that much, but then her design is like so fucking cool. I can't put her like any higher or lower than B. So next up is Mitchell Lynn. Obviously his name is a pun on Michelin, like the tire company that does the restaurant reviews. He has a vaguely like Gordon Ramsay-ish thing going on, but his hair looks like, hold on. Yeah, his hair looks like ramen. I love that his jacket looks like a like lattice top pie. He's got avocado toast lapels. The collar on his shirt is like some leafy green. He's got like bean sprouts and everything. That looks like maybe like a sesame salmon sort of thing going on with his shirt underneath. The pants are squares of chocolate. His writing pad is a bunch of pieces of bread, and then the pen is a sprig of rosemary. I love all the little details in his design. It says here that he is a food critic. He likes high-quality products and ingredients, careful balance of flavor profiles, and consistency of service, and dislikes cronuts. Oh, me too. I hate those trendy things, but they were featured in a very good episode of Two Broke Girls. I'll give them that. He goes in S tier. I love him. Up next now is Monique, who represents your wallet. Immediately, I'm seeing that she's wearing clothes that look like a classic wallet. You see the clip in her hair looks like a money clip. Her necklace has a bunch of pieces that look like pennies and dimes and stuff. I can't see much more of her because they only have the one picture up of her on the wiki, but I'm guessing the bodice there is made of money, and that's really cool. And it looks like she has a like writing tablet with her that looks like a credit card. Very cool design. They don't have anything on her personality, but the design is very nice. We're gonna put her an A. She seems great. Up next, we have Nightmare, who is a scary mass of shadows with a bunch of eyes and a horse's head. Excuse me, a unicorn's head in the middle of this darkness. She is the personification of nightmares. She likes intense fixations on gruesome details and dislikes daybreak. The edgelord in me wants to put her in S tier because haha nightmares. But I don't know much about her personality and I don't want to read much because I do want to pick this game up and play it myself. I think I'll just put her in B. Up next is Parker, who represents board games. Obviously, his name is Parker Bradley, after two very big companies that do board games and other tabletop games. I love how many different elements are incorporated into his design. He's got one of the game pieces from Sorry on his head as a hat. His hair is made out of Monopoly play money. His tattoo, he has like the playing card suits, a magic 8-ball. I don't know what the like 4 colored triangles are supposed to represent because I don't know that much about board games. I see the like Guess Who or whatever tablets on his shoulder. I believe that's like a Connect 4 thing making up his vest. And I see the Uno reverse thing as the tank that he's wearing. Yeah, he's got a very lovely design. We're gonna put him in A. I was thinking about S for a second, but I decided against it. Next up to be rated is Penelope, who represents office supplies. She has a very like office lady design. I love that there's even googly eyes represented on her outfit. I love that the like cuffs on her sleeves, you can see the tears where it was torn out of the notebook. She has like the little labels and everything up on the sleeves too. Very messy hair. I love that rather than like a traditional bow, she has like a pair of scissors on her shirt. And it's made up of a lot of like little post-its and stuff. And I even see a calculator in her design. Honestly, very cool. It says here that she's unlucky in love and eternally searching for that perfect someone. But with such a huge array of dateable objects, love is surely around the corner, or around the kitchen, the attic, outside. She likes inspirational quotes, taking pictures, and pizza, and dislikes not being seen. They don't have anything on her personality, but she seems cute. She seems cute. We're gonna put her in here. Up next to be rated is Phonecia, the cell phone. Immediately, I love everything about this design. I've seen some of her in gameplay with Amanda's streams. She is a very fun character with a bit of sass to her. I love how, like, you see the different, like, app squares all over the sleeves on her dress. And the, like, on-screen keyboard also. Even the, like, slide to unlock thing is represented. She has a tattoo on her leg that looks like a battery. She's just got a very, very cute design. She is lovely, so we are going to put her in S. She's a queen. She's a diva. Next we have Prissy, who is a fake plant. We don't have a full body picture of her on the wiki, but immediately I love everything about this design. It's giving the tropical runway from Drag Race All-Stars 6, which was one of my favorite runways from that season, and that season had some excellent runways. It immediately brings to mind Kylie Sonique Love's outfit from there, with all the greenery incorporated. Her design just looks beautiful. I love that she even has like a little hummingbird on her shoulder. Let's see if it has anything about her personality. Nope, we're just going off her design. Honestly, like, just from the design alone, she can go in S. Like, she's gorgeous. Yeah, so we're gonna put her up in S. After her, we have Rainy, the record player. Poor Rainy. She seems to be going through a tough time. But what is there to do? At least in the meantime, you can enjoy the tunes together. However herky-jerky they might sound. She likes dancing, gabbing, and swinging, and dislikes teetotalers. A teetotaler is someone who abstains from alcohol. Looking at her design, it seems to bring to mind flappers, so maybe she dislikes them because she doesn't want to lose business for her speakeasy. Maybe that's why. Which, get your coin, I respect that. But her design is very lovely, even if I can't see like the full body of it. I'm liking what I've seen so far. So we are going to put her in A tier. Up next is the Rubber Ducky Rebel. I have seen some gameplay of them, and they seem like they have a very big attitude. I do love that, like, rubber duckies are like very cutesy things, and we typically think of them as cute, but then she's this like very abrasive punk. I like the contrast there, and I love that her design has like all these classic punk elements, like the mohawk, like the spikes. She's even got like the leather harness and everything. They do, sorry. And they even have like spikes on the boots and everything. And the color pattern on their boots make it look like they have the little flippers. But their abrasive personality, well, a little bit I've seen, has kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I think we're just gonna put them in D. Our next character is Reggie, who represents the concept of rejection. We do have a full body of them. And I like their kind of gender-bendy outfit here. With like the skirt that looks like a half-broken heart. And the wings around the waist look like, you know, both wings and also thumbs downs. That's kind of a cool touch. I love the thigh-high boot. I love how many hearts are incorporated in the design and how many of them are broken in half. I think that looks really cool. I love the touch of see-through fabric on the sleeves. Like he has like a tighter sleeve underneath, and then he has what I'm guessing is like a tulle or chiffon over it to kind of make the silhouette look bulkier. Yeah, that's a very neat design. Lurking just past my vision is the possibility of hating objects rather than dating them. Sure, he'll give you a jab now and then, but I think he's ultimately harmless. It's his dirty job and someone's gotta do it. He just looks so fabulous doing it. He likes hate, rejection, and himself. And he dislikes love, friendship, and anyone else. We've got an edgelord over here, we love that. Honestly, he can go in A. Our next design is River, who represents water. She's got a very, very elegant design with a whole dress that looks like rippling water. Everything about her, like, is made of water. She likes being liked and dislikes being defined, which, of course, water is very fluid, so that makes sense. It says here she's sweet, and all this self-effacement isn't great for her self-esteem. Okay, poor thing. I think we're gonna put her in A. Yeah, we'll put her in A. She seems lovely. Next is Rod, the other part of the curtain rod. Yeah, he's also got a cool design. Okay, I believe I put Kurt in A tier, so we're gonna put Rod in A tier also. Up next is, I really hope I'm saying this correctly, Rongo Mai Wenwa, who represents a geode. Very elegant design from what I'm seeing. I love geodes. I think that they are beautiful, and I love the amount of detail that's going on in her design. The lighting effects look really cool. She seems very kind. We don't have anything on her personality, and we don't have her full body either, but she's beautiful. I'll put her in A. After her, we have Sam, who is a human friend you communicate with on Discord. She does not add to the count of dateable objects as she's human. It doesn't have anything on her personality. I think just going off of this because I can't see any proper design or anything for her. And she's not really a part of this whole like dateable object thing. I think we just have to put her in F. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you're a lovely person. Okay, up next is Scandelabra, who represents the candelabra. He appears to be a very foppish fellow. I love the design element that goes through on his shirt and pants both. That looks like dripping wax. I love that he's got this like Rococo style about him with all the frills and the powdered wig and the like classic makeup. The makeup is giving Bette Davis in my favorite film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which I love that. Honestly, very cool design. The description just says approach with caution. He likes scandal, secrets, and polish, and dislikes rudeness, slow speech, and dilly-dallying. I hate to speak good about a rich person or someone who tries to appear to be rich, but honestly, I kind of love every single thing about his design, and his character description, while not very detailed, seems okay enough. I would definitely approach him in the game. He's going in S tier. Our next character is Shelly, who represents shelves. Okay, we've got a buff lady. Very nice. I love that the like pattern on her shorts and sports bra represent things that would go on the shelf. Oh, on her jacket as well. She even has a hat on that has a little succulent in a pot. She's always been one of the lads. She's down to get dirty and messy and isn't afraid to take risks. Shelly's the kind of shelf who grew up playing sports and was always tougher than the rest of her friend group, but has a heart of gold. She's a real pal and probably one of the best you'll ever find. She spends most of her time being so supporting and lifting others up, and will always have your back. Does it come off as being high-strung sometimes? Sure, but that might be due to a bracket mounting problem than anything else. She likes stability and dislikes volume control. Okay, she's one of the lads. That's fun. We love a tomboy. I think we'll put her in A, because she does have a very lovely design. Up next, we have Sinclair, who is the sink. He's another cartoony one, where rather than having a proper human head, he's literally got the sink for a head, with like the hot and cold faucet nozzle thingies, and even a sponge on top. I like how cartoonish that is, and I love the fact that he has like a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush in his shirt pocket. I like that his tie is pipes, and his belt is the sprayer nozzle thing. It says here, Sinclair the Sink sure is something. He likes classical literature, calisthenics, and shoes with lace patterns. He dislikes oppression of the proletariat due to unrestricted capture of profit by the means of production and cured meats. So he is a very, very deep character. Okay. I'm afraid I can just put him in B. He seems lovely, though I'd love to get to know him over a few drinks. Up next, we have the Dateviators, Skylar. She, of course, like, helps guide you through a lot of the stuff from what I've seen in the gameplay so far. I think it's really cool that you can date her, too. From what I've seen, she seems really nice, and I love her design. I love the, like, Elton John style glasses that she's got. The skirt being all hearts is really cute. Honestly, she's pretty cool. So we'll put her in S. S for Skylar. Our next character is Sophia the Safe. I have seen some gameplay of her, and her design is nice, and she's also a dominatrix. So that's certainly something. I'm not gonna kink shame. Whatever you guys want to be into, that's great. I'm gonna just put her in B, though. Our next character to rate is Stefan the Stove. He has a big old oven mitt on his head, which is really cool. I love that he has the burners on his shoulders also. He's got like all the utensils hanging on his skirt that looks like the things that go inside the oven. Well, the stove. No, the oven. The oven. Yeah, so he's not just a stove, he's actually a range. He represents both. I love that he's stirring something in his pot. So clearly he likes to cook. He is a chef. Honestly, his design's really cool. He likes to cook. I like to cook. I think he can go an A. Next up, we have Stella the Staircase. She appears to be a cool older lady. I love how her staircase is represented with the imagery on her dress and her bag. It even carries through in her hair. I love that she's an older dame. She just seems lovely. We'll put her an A. Yeah, sorry, it's getting late, so we're gonna be hurrying through the rest of these. Stepford represents the trophies. The design's kind of cool. I'll just give it a B, though. Next we have Teddy, who obviously represents the teddy bear. I love the elements that really make that come across. Like, he's got the loose stitching on this big fuzzy coat. He's got the big old Teddy Ruxpin bow. He's got the flat cap with afro puffs that look like the ears. Super cool. I love that he even has the tag that would go on the bear on his pants, and it's even like torn, like this is an old bear that's been through a lot. I had a teddy bear when I was a kid that went through a lot. Like, my dad would always like sew it up and fix it, so this is bringing back a lot of like really fun childhood memories. He goes in S tier. Our next character is Telly. They are obviously representing the television. I like their bell bottoms with like these bracers on their legs that look like batteries. The like static fuzz pattern on their outfit's really cool. I love that their hair looks like the no signal bars on a TV. Honestly, really cool design. I'll put them in S tier. Our next character is Textbox-chan, who represents the game itself. Honestly, her design's pretty cool. She looks like what I think a text box come to life would look like. I think we'll just put her in B, because I'm not really wowed. Our next character is... this one was out of order too. This is the sassy chap, who is the developer's mascot. That's cool. He kind of looks like the Monopoly guy a little bit, but also like the Planter's Peanut. I think we'll put him in A. And then we have Timothy, the Kit Kat clock. He's a cat boy. I love cats. Honestly, his design is really cool in general. He's going in S tier. I don't know his personality, but his design is eating. And that's all I need. Next we have Tina, the musical triangle. This design is very reminiscent of something that Gautier would design. I love the tessellated triangles on the dress, the cellophane moments on the shoulders and around the waist is really cool. The triangle earrings kind of give Grace Jones a little, and she's voiced by Grey DeLisle. Sick. Honestly, S tier. Up next is Tony the Toolbox. He looks like if they made a older audience reboot of Bob the Builder and they made him handsome. And you know what? That's just what the world needed. S tier. He's amazing. Up next is Titus, the laundry detergent. Her design is very reminiscent of She-Ra. She has these elements on her skirt that look like the filled pockets from a Tide Pod. I love the bubbles coming off of her sword. Her color palette is very pretty, but there's a strength to her design. I think I'll put her in A. Oh, yeah. We'll put her in A. Next we have Tyrell, the towel. Automatically, I see how cozy his design looks. He gives off a very, like, plush, friendly vibe. Honestly, S tier. No notes. Next on the list, we have Vaughn, the mousetrap. We love the reference to Sound of Music with the name, because he's Von Trapp. He's voiced by the guy that voices Master Shape, which is really cool, but his design is also, I'm sorry to say, but objectively ugly. I love what it does, but this is a very ugly man. He's going in D tier. Up next is Volt, who represents electricity. Honestly, pretty cool design, but a little more generic than what these others have been, if you ask me. I think we'll just put him in D also. Up next is Wallace. He represents the wall. He looks very strong. He looks like a wall. My boy is jacked. I love that he has like the elements of wallpaper on his designs. He even has like a white light switch on his bracer. The curtain is like wrapped around him like a toga almost. Honestly, very cool design. I'll put him in S. He is very good looking. Up next is Washford, the washing machine. Honestly, I'm not liking it. It's a D tier. Next we have Willie, who represents your work. She looks like Grace Jones. She looks like Grace Jones, and that's all I need to put her in S tier. I love Grace Jones. Then we have Winifred, who is the water heater. I love the contrast in colors on her design. I love the like 2 tones of lipstick that she's wearing. Very nice color palette here. That is an A tier. Then we have Shadow Lord. I think he's pretty cool. He is definitely friend-shaped. I think he can go in A. Okay, we have 2 characters left. We have Gwendolyn the window. Very cool design. I love the pants. And I love that she has the curtains as like a cute little vest. But she's a little boring other than that. We'll put her in C. And then finally, in the silhouette, we have Zoe Bennett, who is a ghost. She is from the 80s, and I've seen some of her from Amanda also. She has a very cool design, a very sweet personality. She is definitely an S tier. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching my ranking here. This is a game that I would really like to try one of these days, but I thought it would be really fun for me to do a mostly blind ranking of these characters based on just like what I've read over the over their like personality descriptions and also looking at their designs. If you disagree with any of my choices, please comment below and let me know. I would love to know what's going on there. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!